Hello. Uh, Good morning. It's post sunrise here in San Diego, and I'm going to plan my day for today. So let's get at it. Awesome. One, two, and three. Okay. And I wanted to try something last time, mostly just for fun. I think there's a way to put my self in the center of the O, which I thought would be fun. If I could figure out how to do that here. Oh yeah, here it goes. Okay, this thing again, but what if it goes there? That's kind of cool. I'm in the center of the O. All right, this is cool for me. I've been imagining, like, what if you had a coach here for a long time? So let's try this out. I think there's an empty box there, but I think it's worth trying this experience where I show up in the center of O. This is making me laugh. Okay, awesome. Well, I'm covering the words today. So today, that's what's underneath here, but we know it's today. So first of all, logging my sleep. So again, I usually wake up, when the sun is coming out, and then start thinking about the day ahead. That's usually how I start my day. And then one or two of the girls will jump in the parents' bed and start getting us kind of out of there. And then it's pretty much prep them for, and usually take them to school. My wife actually volunteered to drop them this morning, and that freed up some time to do this live stream, which is great. So now I'm kind of grabbing some caffeine and actually drinking a protein shake, which I have over here. I'll show you. There it is. Got some mango in there, some spinach leaves, some plant-based vanilla protein, so some fiber. And I'll pretty much be sipping that during work. Now I'm obviously shooting this video, so let's actually go back here. You might notice this green dot in the interior ring. That's because I logged my first bite with this O star button on the top right. So you can log your first and last bite, and the goal is to make sure that you're staying within your kind of self-prescribed eating window. I say self-prescribed because we allow you to actually go into settings and decide if you want 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12 hours of eating duration, and what time you want to start. So I chose 10, and I chose to start at 9, a 10-hour duration and starting at 9 a.m. And so that's how it shows up here. We will default to 12 if you don't set a preference, and then we do suggest start and end times based on your chronotype, but you have some ability to tailor that. All right, so now I'm doing this video. So as you know, that counts as some work for me, and it takes some editing. So it's about 15, 20, maximum 30-minute process. I do have a phone call at 10 a.m. that ideally I could walk and talk for, but we'll see. I don't think I have to be on video for that one, so I might try to mobilize and get out of the house for that one, which means I might have to walk back in order to make my next meeting, which is at, let's see, 11 a.m. And that one I do have to be behind a screen for and be able to screen share. So let's go ahead and block that off. All right, so I kind of have my morning blocks in terms of what I need to do, what I need to show up for. Afternoon, I have a personal trainer appointment at 2 p.m., which nicely coincides with my recommended peak fitness interval, that orange space. Again, it's kind of like a Scrabble board where you get these like triple letter word or double letter score, double letter scores. I don't know if you remember those tiles and how they shape up. So that's kind of the cues that we're trying to give you here, that, ideally you schedule exercise during your peak fitness period. And the evidence suggests that you have a lower risk of injury, you have higher cardiovascular efficiency, and greatest muscle strength during that time. And we know through a lot of history that Olympic records, world records are broken late afternoon, early evening, and that athletes' inner body time, right? So depending on jet zones, time zones, and travel, but that tends to be what we see. All right, and then I have a dedicated work session 3 to 4:15. So that's kind of not necessarily fast after the workout, but I do need to be efficient getting home and behind a screen for that. So work session, sometimes I like to use these tools to kind of really say that, like, okay, we're digging in here. And let's see, I said 3. Okay, so that is really tight, 3 to 4:15. So the personal trainer session is only 30 minutes, but then, obviously there has to be a shower here and some transition time. But I'm mostly going to mark the shower because that would be the main goal before getting behind a screen for that kind of live synchronous work session with a teammate. And then I do have a deliverable that has to get out, I'd say by 5 or 6, which is kind of a continuation of that work session. So something to kind of demarcate the continuation, ultimate completion of that. It is a finance related deliverable, so I'm going to use that symbol. And so that has to be done by 6 latest. And then you probably know by now that's when I like to eat with family, and then we go straight into family time, unless there's something else going on, which there's not tonight. We all hit the books and then try to get Z's by 9 p.m. So that's the goal. There are some empty time slots, but I'm kind of tempted first to go ahead and pick a center O photo, something that inspires me for today. So I'm going to do that. I guess it's a little bit odd with me in the middle, but let's just go ahead and do that. All right. Well, I have my dad's retirement party this weekend, so I'm actually going to choose this one. It's the photo we're using for our flyer. Okay, so those are my parents, and I know I'm covering them, which is funny. So, hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. How's it going? Okay. Now, let's cover these remaining slots here with suggestions. So after this, I should start basically just going through emails and to-dos. So this is my favorite icon for that. Then I'll have the phone call, and then when I come back, kind of ditto, just make sure I'm getting little stuff done. After today's call, I'll just have a general work time until my personal trainer, and I will need like a half-hour transition. So I think that looks like my O for today. First, I'll do it like that. Okay, there it is. Beautiful, 360 degrees. And I have my center O photo, which is here. So I can save this and share it with my family, friends, and team so they know what I'm doing today. Maybe what I'll do next is I'll kind of show you some of these other tabs we haven't gotten to so far. So you might notice there's a My Goals tab, and there's the My Moai tab. My Moai is our social peer support. So you can actually give water drops to people who are planning their days, and it's kind of your way of supporting them and say, carry on. I hope you achieve your personal health, wellness, and productivity goals. You can even give yourself some water drops, so why not do that? And I don't know if you're registered here already, but you can basically add any the friends that I'm synced with. Obviously, you can adjust your settings here if you need to for any reason. So, and then you have your profile here with your Ikigai, your chronotype, your self-assigned titles, things like that. And here under My Goals, you have your goals for the season, and you can create goals for future seasons. And once you're done, you can complete them, mark them done, and see what you've done in the past, what you prioritized in the past. And it's a way to think seasonally, because the same way that we have circadian or about 24-hour rhythms, We also have annual or 365-day rhythms. All right. Well, I'm going to stop sharing for now, and I'll wrap up there. So thank you. Hope you enjoyed, and please drop any questions in the comments, and see you again hopefully tomorrow. Okay. Bye.